Mentorship. This is a big theme on the channel. People have been asking me a lot about it. A lot about how to get one and, where to look. So what I'll tell you about mentorship, first and foremost, this is a big thing to learn. As you age, you don't necessarily get wisdom. It's true. You can get older and also not get wiser. Pretty wild thing to see an older person and be wiser than them. Pretty messed up. But I would say primarily when you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for someone older than you. The purpose there is that they're contextualizing your life as a young person. They're like giving you context for your struggles and the problems you're running into. And that's good. It's good because going through life is kind of terrifying and lonely when you're by yourself and you have no map for how to get there. And a mentor is kind of like a living map for how to get to where you want to be. And you don't have to get exactly where they are. You don't have to adopt their traits precisely. You can pick and choose. But ideally, your mentor has like a few key things that you're looking to get from them that hopefully you achieve when you're their age, or even earlier, because they can sort of fast track you to getting those traits. So it could be all kinds of things. It could be their productivity. It could be their wisdom. It could be their intelligence. It could be their character. It could be their just straight up their money, their career success, their position in society. Any number of things, right? When you're looking for a mentor. And where do you find this mentor? Where do you get this mentor? I'd say number one is keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes as peeled as possible. And it seems like no shit. Obviously, I know I want a mentor. But do you? Like, a lot of people don't realize that mentorship is an important thing to have and that they don't have it. And I think part of the reason that I make this such a big deal by mentioning it all the time is just being aware of the lack of mentor means that you're going to be looking out for mentors. And if you're looking out for mentors, then maybe you can actually find one. Maybe you can actually get one. If you're aware of what you're lacking and you're looking out for it. Because I was looking out for mentors a lot. And I didn't find any for a while. No good ones. And that was with me keeping my eyes peeled. But I did eventually find one. And you will eventually find one if you keep your eyes peeled, if you're looking out, if you are aware when someone comes into your life that could fulfill a mentorship position in your life. Just say it. Say it. Do you want to be my mentor? But, you don't have to come on that strong. It's kind of like a girlfriend. You don't walk up to a girl and say, will you be my girlfriend? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Kind of base to do that, honestly. But it doesn't always work. Sometimes you gotta ease into it. You gotta go on a date first. You want to get coffee. That's a fine invitation. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many older folk go for that. Because they want to give back. Older people want to give back. Mentors, people in the mentorship age, the mentorship position, they want mentees. Are you kidding me? Imagine you're 40 and you're like successful in a field, but you don't have anyone to talk to about it. Or maybe it's just all people your age. And the young person comes up. An intergenerational relationship appears. And they're like, I want to help you. Do your thing. And also I like you and I respect you. And I want to learn from you. You're obviously going to take that. You're going to take that as an offer. So mentorship is very important. I don't talk about mentorship on this channel just because I'm shilling my services. In fact, I will go the extra step here just to really prove that I do mean this and say you should not have me as a mentor because I'm in too hot demand, truthfully. I'm good on the mentee offers. I'm fine. But I tell you this because there are people who are less in hot demand who will be better mentors for you. There will be people you can reach out to who will not be so, hotly desired, but be a better mentor for you. And then they're actually more accessible. And all you have to do is ask. Yes, I'm serious. All you have to do is ask. I'm not saying the first person you reach out to for a mentor will accept that offer. Or that the first mentor date you go on will be a successful mentor date. It's very difficult, in fact, because it's going to be difficult on your part too, not just theirs. Maybe you find the right mentor and then you don't really vibe with them, right? But the other thing is you have to put your ego aside. You're going to have to subjugate yourself. What's the word I'm looking for? Subordinate yourself to someone older than you. And not everyone can do this. Not everybody can make themselves like subordinate to another person. But when you do that, you manage to walk a path that is going to teach you stuff, because you can't walk that path if you don't commit to it, and you commit to it by subordinating yourself to an older person. I think about Sneeko. Sneeko's mentor was Andrew Tate. So many problems with this on so many levels, but like one of the problems is you're like a young man and you see a guy emulating the life that you want to lead. Good, nothing wrong with that. Problem is the guy is online primarily, so like you're just watching their videos. You don't have any kind of personal relationship with this person. Which is to say, if you're watching me and you think I'm your mentor and we have never talked and we have no personal relationship, I'm not your mentor. And also, same thing goes with everybody else. I'm not bashing the parasocial relationship point home any more than needs to be bashed. Fucking everybody bashes this point. But it's a true point. It's worth reflecting on. If you don't have a personal relationship with somebody, they're not your mentor. You should be looking for a personal relationship with someone who has age, wisdom on you, someone who's wiser than you. Someone who can contextualize your life. I have a friend, smart friend, great friend, good guy, intelligent guy. I asked him if he has a mentor. I was like, mentorship's been great for me. Do you have anyone who fills that role in your life at all? And he says, Aristotle. Aristotle is my mentor. That's what he said. He said that. Holy shit. We are so fucked. That guy is dead. That is a dead guy. That it cannot be. He's dead. He is too dead to be your mentor. Sorry. I know that you read the book and you liked the book, and there was lots of wisdom in the book. And awesome. I'm glad that there was wisdom in the book, but that guy is dead. So yeah, not a mentor. Not your mentor. Sorry, I don't know why that works me up so much. It's just like, Jesus Christ. Like relationships with people. Why? I feel like I've discovered something by talking about this. Relationships with other humans. When did we forget? This isn't... Mentorship is not a new concept. I'm not like inventing something crazy here. This used to be normal. You should have a mentor. If you're trying to find success in a field and you don't have an older person to guide you through that field, like, what are you doing? Are you just online, just abstract advice on the internet? It can take you so far, but it can't take you all the way. You need, at the end of the day, your life is so specific. You could read all the books, all the abstract advice you want. You're not going to get the personalized sorts of talks that you can get with a mentor figure. You're not going to get the personal advice you can get from someone who knows you really well. Maybe ChatGPT can get there in a few years. Maybe. But for now, unfortunately, you have to interact with humans, not dead people. Okay. Bit of a tangent. Mentorship is important, and you should keep your eyes peeled for it, and you should just send off an email. Pew! Send off a couple of emails. Bang, bang, bang. Take some time. Imagine what it would be like to meet your ideal mentor. What they could give you. What you could give them. Make yourself useful to them. Make yourself a tool to them. Makes it easier for you to get them. And also, kind of like aim within your like range. So, for example, if you're a videographer, I don't know, is videography a real word? I keep using that word. If you're a videographer and you want to get into like, if you want to like your mentor to be like this famous videographer and you haven't made any films at all yet, probably not going to happen. Just realistically, it's probably outside of your range. But if you want to like, if you are just like getting into videography and you want your mentor to be someone who's like not super successful, but they've made a lot of films, that's probably like a fine thing to work towards. That person probably would be your mentor. Now, if you've made a lot of films, but you're not super successful, and you want your mentor to be someone who's made a lot of films and is super successful, then you might have a chance, right? Because like you're closer to their range. You don't want to shoot too high. You're not going to get David Lynch as your mentor if you're like some surrealist art film guy who's made a couple of cool, weird, surreal art films. Probably not going to happen. But you could probably keep your eyes peeled, and then you run into someone whose work you respect, and then that person could be your mentor, right? It's a possibility. So, what are the takeaways here? Age does not equal wisdom, so be on the lookout for that. When just because you like meet someone older than you who is like maybe in your field, like vibe them out, make sure they're not awful and naive and childish in some way. because you are gonna want someone mature to guide you, hopefully, unless you're unless you're okay just being mentored by someone who's like mentally less old than you. 2, old people want to give back. 3, if you are if you're dead or only exist on the screen, you're nobody's mentor, man. You're either dead or you don't exist. I don't know how to say this, but like I feel like we've all undergone the same cyber psychosis. So I'm just making that point clear. That's a reminder. That's a reminder for us all. And 4, people. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised who accepts that from you, because if you're targeting someone who's not inundated with requests, or someone who you can make yourself uniquely useful towards. So I would say fire off some emails and see what happens. Helps if there's someone already in your life. This can even be someone that is like a professor who has taken a special interest in you, and after, if you want to build something that like after you graduate you can still stay in touch, probably a good idea. Also, nothing stopping you from saying, hey, if you don't want to be my mentor, can you like send me in the direction of someone that would be a good fit for me? Also doesn't hurt. Okay. Yeah, that's it.